Let's talk about secular music. Now this one was hard. This one was really, really, really hard. I'm not dealing with it now the way that it was before, because I was really into Megan Thee Stallion, the City Girls, Cardi B, Cash Doll. It's like I was listening to that, Rick Ross, Meek Mill. I loved that music. And I told my husband one day, and I was talking about how I was listening to Megan Thee Stallion. Meg, I was like, oh man, she get me hype. You couldn't tell me I wasn't her. You couldn't tell me I wasn't that girl. One thing I don't like about that type of music is it literally just make women go against each other instead of uplifting them and letting them know, hey, there's room at the top. We can all do this. We can stand together. We can, be a force. When you're listening to Cardi B and you're listening to Megan and you're listening to the City Girls, it's like they really, really just get us going at each other, and it makes you look down on the next person. It's like, I'm better than you. It just really puts you in competition with other women. And then when it comes to Rick Ross, oh man, like I was the biggest boss. Yeah, we can't do that. Whenever I would listen to, certain female rappers, like City Girls, I will always tell my husband, oh, Bombshell is back. Now, Bombshell was an alter ego that I created when I was 18. And that lasted from age 18 up until like 22-ish. However, when I be listening to certain music, I just feel like, oh, Bombshell is back. And more than likely, 10 times out of 10, when a Bombshell is back, when she comes out to play, oh, I'm going to pop my ish off top. Like, I am that girl, and I dare you to disrespect me. It was that type of thing. I remember Beyonce, when she was describing the whole Sasha Fierce thing. Listen, I used to be a part of the Beehive, and she described it like it was an out-of-body experience, and that wasn't her on stage. She was like, Sasha Fierce just takes over. And that's how I felt about Bombshell. Like, Bombshell just comes out and she takes over. That's what certain music was doing to me. And then I started thinking like, I don't know, because if music can do this to me and make me feel all these different things, like I'm not feeling like, oh, I'm in love and, that type of stuff, but I'm like really feeling like I'm that girl. Like, it wasn't I'm that girl, it's I'm that bitch. I had no idea that music can do that to you. The tongue is very powerful, and it tells you in the Bible that life and death lies on the tongue. I do listen to Ed Sheeran. I've been listening to like his music, the love songs and stuff like that, because I do like it. I have separated from like artists like Megan, City Girls, and stuff like that. I don't listen to that kind of music. And I have to say, the gospel music, they be having some bops. My hands down top 2 favorite songs, Potter by Tamala Mann and Faith by J Moss. Like, those 2 songs, oh my goodness. Those songs are beautiful. Now, let's talk about TV shows and movies. I'm just gonna put those 2 together. When it comes to TV shows, let me tell you, I had to stop watching reality TV. When I say, actually a few type of shows. One of those shows being Love and Hip Hop. When I tell you I was a Love and Hip Hop girl, I was a Love and Hip Hop girl. Like, I followed every season. I followed every season. Atlanta, New York, Miami, I was there. That stuff, it messes with you mentally. And I realized it was a problem, because why am I caring so much about these people's lives? Like, why am I so invested? I was literally dedicating time out of my day to sit back and watch Love and Hip Hop. And sometimes I would be like, you know what? I want to binge. I need at least 3 episodes. So I would go 3 weeks without watching, the show just so I can binge watch and be like, what? Like, baby, I was eating these shows up like it was a meal. I'm like, I knew everybody's business. And funny enough, I did not think that knowing these people's business from TV and then getting on the phone, talking about it was a form of gossip. Because if you're watching them and you're talking about Bambi, Scrappy, and Erica's relationship, and then you jump on a phone call with your girl or FaceTime, and y'all over here talking about their relationship, y'all over there gossiping about people's lives. At the end of the day, you don't have to know them personally for it to be gossip. And that's the same reason why I had to stop watching the Power universe. I can't get into that sort of content. Again, being mindful of the content that I am consuming, because what is the message that they are pushing when it comes to Power? I can't eat it up anymore. I can't do reality TV anymore. I could watch me a good game show. We recently started watching this game show called Quiz with Balls, and it's actually a good show. And you actually learn things. Family Feud was a show that we also watched. So it's like, I prefer game shows. And I used to watch this TV show called A Haunting. It was like a paranormal show, and it talked about like people saying they live in a house and these they were being haunted by ghosts. Maybe it was the previous owners. When I tell you that show was no good, it was no good. I started having like nightmares. They weren't dreams. I couldn't really tell what was real and what wasn't, because I'm thinking like, did I hear something? Did I see something? It caused major paranoia. And I was always paranoid. I was scared to be by myself. I'm checking everything and I'm like, no, what if it's like this? What if it's like that? And I had to sleep with my head under the blanket. I really had to be tucked in because I was so scared. It definitely came from watching that show. I am not a fan of anything that talks about a haunting and exorcisms. I don't watch movies like that, because the TV shows and the movies, you can open up those doors and you can let certain things and certain demonic things. Just pay attention to what you are consuming, because honey, whew, you gotta be safe out here. You have to protect yourself. My days of watching TV shows like Power and stuff and listening to certain music, that ended a long time ago, and I'm not willing to do it. And I also tell people, hey, if you watch these type of movies and you watch these type of shows, like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I'm not the friend that's going to talk about those things with you, because I had my days and I'm not willing to go back. Thank you for watching.